Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I am so excited to share this book with you today. This book is A Unicorn Named Sparkle and the Perfect Valentine. And I know how many of you have been waiting for a new Sparkle book. This one's written by Amy Young and it's published by Mac Kids. And we want to thank them for allowing us to share this book with you today. So let's find out what kind of adventure Sparkle has today. And here we go. Do you see these end pages? Hearts and unicorns and dragonflies. And of course, Sparkle. It's Valentine's Day and there's a party, said Lucy. I'm going to make friends for I'm going to make cards for our friends. I will tell each friend what I love about them. Do you do that? Do you make cards? She got busy. Don't worry, no one expects a Valentine from a unicorn, so my cards can be from both of us. There were a lot of things Sparkle loved about Lucy. He loved her curly black hair. He loved her great big laugh. He loved that she loved him best of all. But how could he tell her all that? Maybe he could make a card and surprise her. He took some paper and paint and snuck off to work in secret. As a unicorn, Sparkle was great at a lot of things. He could make rainbows shoot out of his horn. He could eat 20 cupcakes at a time and not get sick. Can you do that? I don't think you should try. And he could poop glitter. But he had never made a card before, and he didn't know how. He cut a heart shape with his horn. It was harder than he thought. He kept trying until he got one that was okay. He didn't know how to write. So to say that he loved Lucy's curly black hair, he made a hoof mark. To say that he loved her great big laugh, he made another hoof mark. And to say that he loved her best of all, he made a third hoof mark. He pressed so hard that he tore the paper. The card was all done. It looked good to Sparkle. But then Lucy said, "Look, Sparkle, I wrote a poem for Shayla. Shayla, Shayla, sweet as pie, be my friend or I will cry. Let's be friends forevermore and play till we are 94. Lucy and Sparkle. I wrote poems for all our friends. Sparkle realized that his Valentine wasn't done after all. It needed a poem. And there are all these different poems on all of these hearts. Do you see that? Do you have that? I'll read one to you. Mia writes poems. She does it all the time. She's funny and she's witty and she always finds a rhyme. Lucy and Sparkle. And if you check this book out, you can read all of these poems. He tried his best. He dipped his horn in the paint and made a squiggly line on the card. As he did it, he thought of his poem. Sometimes I'm smelly, sometimes I'm a pest, but I'll always love you the best of the best. Wow. Doesn't Sparkle sound like Charlie sometimes? Doesn't it? Yeah. He's sleeping now. There. Now his card was done. Sparkle called Lucy. It's time to go to the party. Come on. As soon as they got there, Sparkle could see that all the other cards were much, much fancier than his. That looks like a fun party, doesn't it? Somebody did a lot of decorating. Next to the others, Sparkle's card looked messy and torn. It didn't have any glitter or lacy trim on it. The writing wasn't even real. When he thought no one was looking, he stuffed it into the trash. Oh no. That's kind of sad, isn't it? But when Lucy saw him and said, "What are you doing?" she pulled the card out of the basket. It had a bit of frosting on it, and it was crumpled up. Lucy looked at the funny shaped heart. She looked at the hoof marks in the torn paper. She looked at the squiggle. She said, "Did you make this, Sparkle?" Sparkle hung his head. "For me?" Sparkle nodded. Even though Lucy didn't understand what the card said, she understood what it meant. It meant that Sparkle loved her best of all. She laughed her great big laugh and said, "I love this. It is perfect." Sparkle felt like the luckiest unicorn in the world. To celebrate, he danced on the table and shot rainbow stars out of his horn. There was one star for everyone. Then he ate 21 cupcakes, and they were delicious. Lucy said, "I made a special card for you." Don't try to eat 21 cupcakes either. But that kind of sounds like fun, doesn't it? And Lucy read Sparkle the poem. "I love cupcakes, rainbows too, but best of all, I love you. Forever and ever, Lucy." And it was perfect too. And we have more of these great end pages, don't we? So this week we are going to have special go packs with everything that you can make Valentines at home, just like Lucy and Sparkle did. And I would love to see them. So when you get your bag and you make some Valentines, be sure to share them on our Instagram page. I will be back on Thursday with another book about friendship and love. Until then, have a great couple days, and I'll see everybody back here on Thursday. Bye for now.